Benvenuti, or I should say, welcome again to our worldwide launch of Ego Radio International. This is Kristine Mariano, and you're listening to How Not to Get Lost in Translation, Italian edition. So, we're going over the very basics of Italian, as we've spoke about earlier. We're talking about greetings, as well as introducing yourself and directions, how to ask for directions. So if we would like to go over it again, today we've learned ciao, which means hi or also hello in a informal way. So again, it's ciao. We've learned buongiorno, which means good morning. Buon pomeriggio, good afternoon. Buonasera, good evening. And buonanotte, which means good night. Those are the very basics when it comes to greeting someone. We've also learned how to say, what's your name? And which we say, come ti chiami? Again, what's your name is come ti chiami? We answer, mi chiamo Kristine. My name's Kristine. E tu? E tu means, and you? What's your name? E tu? Come ti chiami? We have to keep in mind that when we're introducing ourselves, at the very end, we have to say, my pleasure, which is piacere. Again, it's piacere. Always emphasize the words, talk with emphasis when speaking Italian, and exaggerate the words. Again, it's piacere. We've also learned, can you help me? Puoi aiutarmi? Informally. And può aiutarmi? Formally. Again, this means, can you help me? Puoi aiutarmi? Or può aiutarmi? If we're asking for directions, we've learned also where is. So where, we say dove, and is sta. So we put those two words together, dove sta. And when we ask, we of course put the question mark at the end and we say, dove sta? For example, dove sta il bagno? Where is the bathroom? Or if we would like to make another example, is where is the drugstore, the nearest drugstore? Dove sta la farmacia? Now, drugstore is farmacia. Again, farmacia. Now, another keyword that we've talked about is the word vorrei. Vorrei means I would like. And if we are talking about direction and we would like to go somewhere, we say, I would like to go. So, vorrei andare. Andare means to go. So together again, we say, vorrei andare. I would like to go. Now, when using vorrei andare, there's a vast, there's just so many things you can say with vorrei andare, as well as vorrei. As we've mentioned earlier in our first part of the, when we were talking about ordering at a restaurant, when you would like to order something, but in this situation, we were talking about directions. So, vorrei andare, for example, if you're in a cab, you can always ask when you're touring around Rome, for example, the best places to probably go to and visit are the Colosseum, which in Italian is Colosseo, Vatican City, or the Sistine Chapel, where they have one of the biggest museums in the world, is called Vaticano. Again, is Vatican City, Vaticano, or the Fountain of Trevi, Fontana di Trevi. Again, it's Fontana di Trevi. And one of the most probably popular shopping places is Piazza di Spagna, around the outskirts of Piazza di Spagna. Now, Piazza di Spagna is Spanish Steps. Again, it's Piazza di Spagna, Spanish Steps. And for those of you who would like to even go to church, we say chiesa. Church is chiesa. So again, we can make an example by saying vorrei andare nel Vaticano, or vorrei andare al Colosseo. Now I know it's hard when it comes to putting an article in front of the word, but maybe we can go over that in the future. Now, if you would like to just say vorrei andare to this particular address, we say vorrei andare a questo indirizzo. Or you can directly say or show your address. If you have it on paper or if you can read it to them, that's great. So again, it's vorrei andare a questo indirizzo. I would like to go to this particular address. Now, if you're asking for directions, let's just say you are lost. Now, to say I'm lost, you say mi sono perso. Male. Mi sono persa. Female. So that the only difference is the O and the A. Perso, male. Persa, female. Mi sono perso. I'm lost. Now, the common basic places that we've already spoke about, and again, I'm going to remind you, is restaurant, ristorante. Again, is ristorante. Airport, aeroporto. Aeroporto. Farmacia, which is drugstore. Again, farmacia. And if we would like to say coffee shop, now, coffee shop in Italian is called bar. So if you say, I would like to go to the nearest bar, that doesn't mean that they serve alcohol there. They do not. Bar in Italian means coffee shop. And they say bar, not bar. Just like, I will make a perfect example. We don't say buongiorno. It's buongiorno. Always emphasize the O's, roll the R's, and say it with conviction. And last but not least, hotel. Hotel or albergo. Those are the two ways of saying hotel. Hotel or albergo. So make sure you continue to memorize if you would like, and repeat. Practice on your own. Now, these things you can find it online if you would like to review with us. But if you've enjoyed this, make sure to keep on following us and listening to our radio station. Also, I really hope that these have helped you in and not only helped, but I hope you've enjoyed it as well. So make sure to join us again next time for more. Also, so as we said, this is called How Not to Get Lost in Translation, Come non perdersi nella traduzione. And make sure that next time you can tune with us and other bureaus around the world on how not to get lost in translation in the many other different languages. Again, I'm Kristine Mariano and broadcasting from Washington, D.C., and you're listening to Eagle Radio International, and I am 1 with 25. Sono uno con 25. E rimanete sintonizzati, which means stay tuned.